Donald Trump consistently says that the black community loves him and that he's making their lives better. And then he consistently does things that turns his back on the black community and just shows how racist and old and out of touch he is and how much he only cares about himself. Yesterday, he removed Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Juneteenth, both federal holidays, let me remind you, from free national park entrance. In the days anybody can show up at the park and enter for free. And instead, he replaced it with his own birthday. So tell me, would a president that cares about the black community, that cares about Americans, that cares about citizenry, remove federal holidays honoring black Americans and honoring freedom for black Americans and replace it with their own birthday that has no significance at all on this day, on this country, on this earth? Legitimately, you could argue Donald Trump's presence in the country and on this earth has made it worse forever.
All right, so I am headed to the White House right now, but just wanted to give you an update on something that we just learned. The National Park Service has removed Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Juneteenth from its free days of entry. But it has added President Trump's birthday, which falls on Flag Day. As you can imagine, this is getting quite a lot of criticism, not only from Democrats, but also some civil rights leaders. All of this part of changes that they are making to the National Park Service calendar. They've also added days around 4th of July, Constitution Day in September, but no word on why they removed Juneteenth and MLK Day. Worth noting that MLK Day did stay on the calendar during President Trump's first term.
Project 2025 has been checked off since the Trump administration has been in office. Today, y'all, probably seconds ago, they just erased Martin Luther King Day and Juneteenth from being a free admission at the national parks. They erased it and put it with Flag Day, which happens to be Donald Trump's birthday. Listen, no matter what you do, no matter how much you try to take us back, we're not going anywhere. We are here to stay. We done persevered through some of the toughest times. It's going to continue to persevere because it's what's in us. And y'all terrified of what lives within us because y'all don't have that. We already know what it is. This is why y'all ain't got no panic or no uproar out of us, because in reality, we don't really care. We know how to fight back now with our brains and not our hands and not our fists. We don't want war. We want peace. And y'all want to just have all of this. Listen, it's not our fault that y'all women don't want to have no babies. Because guess what? We going to have our babies no matter how it is and what it is. I'm just saying. But y'all know what to do. Get in the comments. Let's go. We ain't going back 100 years. We going to go forward 100. And whatever you do and however you and your party does it, guess what? It's not going to work. Because guess what? We stand strong with our ancestors and the ancestors before us. But y'all know what to do. Get in the comments. Let's go. But this is like not, you know what I'm saying, surprising. How you gonna take days when you couldn't even open the government for 40 some days? The longest in history is with you. Y'all know what to do. Get in the comments. Let's go. Crazy work.
Trump removing Juneteenth and Martin Luther King for the National Free Park thing is probably one of the dumbest things he did and pointless. Sometimes I really think Trump just does stupid shit when he's bored. And before all of the Trump supporters come at me, look, I get it, okay? I'm not saying he's racist. I'm saying that I think he does stupid shit that he knows people are going to think is racist, because what was the need for that? And then you replace it with Flag Day or your birthday. People are saying, oh, it's Flag Day, it's Flag Day. I honestly had no idea what the hell Flag Day was before last year, if I'm being honest with you. Nobody really cares about, if you want to be honest, who the fuck cares about Flag Day? Like, it's not even a holiday. You want to talk about significance, both of those days have way more significance. Flag Day is not even a holiday. So what are we talking about here? You don't think Juneteenth is a holiday, but you think Flag Day is a holiday when it's not? So it's weird how you guys say that, and I know a lot of you guys want to say Juneteenth isn't a holiday. Well, legally it is. It's an official holiday. Flag Day is not a real holiday, okay? And to be honest with you, I just found out that Flag Day was even a thing. So I consider myself to be really patriotic, but I really could care less about Flag Day, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, it's Flag Day. I don't know. I just think he should have left it alone. I think that, you know, people are going to get pissed off about this. And here's the thing that I think pisses me off the most about Trump. When I was like a full-on Trump supporter, when I was full-on MAGA, I used to spend hours defending Trump. Like hours before Instagram and before Facebook, I was on TikTok. And I used to do the debate lives. And I would spend hours upon hours defending Trump. You think Trump's racist? I don't think Trump's racist. Okay, so let's go down the list. And it's like, if somebody comes to me and brings this up, like, we're the ones that have to defend this shit. Now, I stopped defending Trump, to be honest with you. I left a while ago. Like, I'm done. But for the people that still support Trump, like the black people, why would you do that to them? Like, why would you put them in a predicament to where they're going to have to explain that? They're going to explain, why did Trump do this? Why did Trump do that? Like, what was the need for that? It was so stupid and pointless, and I feel like at this point, he's just doing things to add fuel to the fire. That's really how I feel. I feel like he's just doing things. Or you know what? Maybe he's doing them so we can stop talking about other things. Maybe he's doing them so he can make us distracted because he's up to something else. I don't know. But, I mean, it's just really stupid. And it's honestly, like, I'm getting so sick of it. I'm sick of people that want to defend him. I'm sick of his supporters that don't want to call out something stupid when it's stupid. I'm sick of his supporters that, you know, want to get mad at me because I'm saying it's pointless. 'Cause I made a post about it on Facebook. And the list people were going to defend it. Because they couldn't defend it because it's stupid, they said it was fake news. I proved that it was true, and then they deflect. So I'm realizing there's a pattern with these Trump first people. If they can't defend it, they'll say that it's not true. If they can't say that it's not true, they'll be like, oh, well, when's the last time you went to National Park anyway? All of these excuses, just because you don't admit that something he did was stupid and pointless. I don't know. I'm sick of sugarcoating things. I'm sick of, you know, there's just so much, like, stupidity. You know what I mean?
Why they saying, bro, Trump took away Juneteenth and Martin Luther King Day for his birthday? What? And the crazy thing is, bro, I voted for Trump. But seeing him do this, Martin Luther King and Juneteenth, 2 black days for his birthday? What? Oh my gosh, what's going on, bro?
Tell me why they quietly removed Martin Luther King Jr. and Juneteenth from the National Park Fee-Free Day. Yup, they did. You don't gotta believe me. Go look it up yourself. I'm just reporting the news. And can you take a wild guess to which one it was replaced by? Yeah, you guessed it right. Donald Trump replaced one of them for his birthday. What are they actually doing right now? What are they doing? Are they showing their true color? I mean, they've been doing that, right? You mean to tell me 2 holidays that's tied to a lot of black history has been removed? And they're trying to remove it from schools and all this other stuff. And the bullshit excuse they use is because we're trying to move past it. We don't want to keep reliving or make y'all relive it. No, we're not reliving it. We're just keeping it alive. And what makes this crazy is nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for this to be swapped out. They just made a decision amongst themselves from the top. Y'all gotta understand that situations like this mostly always come with no explanation, no transparency, nothing. And anytime something moves like this, behind closed doors, y'all already know the agenda. Why are the holidays that matter to American history be the ones suddenly expendable? Removing a civil rights holiday for a president's holiday is diabolical.
It is a statement of racism to remove MLK Day and Juneteenth as free admissions days to national parks. I'm not really sure how else to word that truth to you. It is a statement of racism. And no, it's not politically incorrect to call out racism. It's necessary if we ever wish to move past our troubled racist past. But unfortunately, it's not a troubled racist past or history that we're now dealing with. It's a present, prevalent, and persistent effort to undermine the actions of the civil rights movement, the celebrating of the ending of slavery, and the progress being made for people of all shades in this country. That is what we see now today. That's what we're currently facing right now. So, yes, removing MLK Day and Juneteenth, 2 days that are inherently rooted in how this nation overcame its troubled and racist history. 2 days meant to celebrate and honor how we overcame our past transgressions against people. 2 days meant to honor how we overcame and moved forward past racism. Y'all don't want to celebrate. And if you don't believe me, why were the holidays removed then? Why? You tell me, why were these 2 specific holidays removed as free admissions days to national parks? You tell me why.
Donald Trump has officially gotten rid of Martin Luther King Day and Juneteenth as free access days going into national parks and replaced it with his birthday. So normally you would be able to access any national park in America for free on Martin Luther King Day and on Juneteenth. He's decided that starting 2026, you will no longer get access to those days for free, and instead said, oh, but you can get in for free on my birthday. And I'm gonna need the conservatives to the front on this, because if you do the math, we have just lost a free day. Our taxpayers' dollars go to keep those parks open and to maintain those parks, and Donald Trump just walks up and says, you know what, I'm gonna take one of those free days from you. He replaced only one of them with his birthday. The other one, though, no. So we're down one less free day of entry into national parks starting 2026. I'm not okay with this because of the social implications, but speaking to conservatives who don't care about MLK Day or don't care about Juneteenth, you should also be upset about this for these reasons. Like, bro, one less day? He continues over and over and over and over again to take from the American people. My name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow or you want to see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
And what the fuck do you mean they removed Martin Luther King Day and Juneteenth? Just the concept of this right now is kind of frying the fuck out of me because they tried to be slick with it. It's low-key kind of petty. Basically, they removed Martin Luther King and Juneteenth as free admission days at national parks. If you don't know what I mean by that, it just means that you get it on free for those days. And they replaced it with Donald Trump's birthday. Okay.
Can you believe what just happened? They actually replaced Martin Luther King Jr., MLK Day, and Juneteenth Day with Donald Trump's birthday. Let's be very clear about what this is. Martin Luther King Jr. Day honors a man who dedicated his life to justice, equality, and the freedom of Black Americans. It's a day to reflect on the sacrifice made for civil rights and the progress built on that struggle. Juneteenth marks the day enslaved Black Americans finally learned they were free. It's a day of celebration, remembrance, and pride, a cornerstone of Black history and culture. And now, these days, two of the most important pillars of Black heritage has been replaced by one man's birthday. Do you see the message? It's clear. Our heroes don't matter. Our history doesn't matter. Our freedom doesn't matter. Instead, the focus is on elevating a single individual over generation of Black struggle. This is racism. This is disrespect to Black Americans and Black culture, telling communities that their history, their culture, and their contribution can be sidelined for someone else's celebration. MLK Day and Juneteenth are not optional. They are not replaceable. They are sacred symbols of freedom, resilience, and justice. MLK Day matters. Juneteenth Day matters. Black culture matters. Our history matters. And no one, absolutely no one, has the right to erase these days for a birthday. It's time to speak up, talk about this, let the world know Black history cannot be erased, replaced, or ignored because these days are ours. They always will be. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.